Hey everybody, we're gonna start here in just a minute. We're just waiting for people to come in. This is the first time we're doing a Wednesday live stream, so this is very exciting. We are exploring new terrain, so please, pretty please, if you can, like the live stream, hit the like button, and share the live stream. And just so you know, just so you're prepared, today is a little bit spontaneous only because it is our very, very, very first Wednesday live stream. I am so excited that we are going to be live streaming 3 times a week: Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So this is an opportunity to sort of categorize and make certain segments of things we want to discuss and talk about as Hyperians. So again, please like the live stream and share it, and we're just gonna wait a little bit for more people to come in, just because it's new, okay? It's very new, and we need a little time. Alright, enjoy. Also, let me know if you think we should have different playlists of songs for each day of the week that we live stream. So we have 3 live streams a week. Do you think we should have a different playlist of music for each day that we live stream? Let me know. Hey everybody, are you ready to start? Should we get the shit rolling? Let's go. It's our first Wednesday show. Yo, let's go. Our first Wednesday show. Let's get it going on, yeah. We gonna get it going on. We gonna keep it going on. We never gonna end. We're gonna be here till the teleological end. Ooh, that's hard. Let's keep it going. Let's roll, let's roll, let's roll, let's go! Let's go, bitches. Anyways. Hey everybody. Hey monads. Are we ready? Should we do purple faces? Come on. Or it shows up red. It's so funny. It's like red or purple. I don't know. But it should be purple? Purple is the theme. Anyways. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just get the demon faces rolling. The demon faces rolling. Oh yeah. Rolling. Why the demon faces? Because when you dare to think rationally, truly rationally, when you dare to think rationally, very truly rationally, you are thinking devilishly, because if I recall, someone once declared, reason is the devil's whore. So we're just kind of saucy and devilish because we think with reason, because if thinking reasonably is devilish, if thinking reasonably is evil, then we are devils, I guess. That's why I have my little horns on my head. It's not like super deep. It's like, if I'm trying to think reasonably and that's seen as devilish and I'm just like holding to the rod of reason and that's like seen as evil, then that, I guess I'm a demon, I guess. So, let's bear our horns. Bear your horns. Whether it's a smiley face or a frowny face, bear your horns. If you are somebody who's dedicated to thinking reasonably, truly reasonably, bear your horns. If reason is the devil's whore, if like reason is fucking preposterous, if reason is just devilish, if reason is nasty, putrid, ugly, then let's bear that, baby. Let's bear that, babe. And it doesn't always have to be loud. It doesn't always have to be screaming. It could be very soft, sultry, quiet. Reason can be loud. Reason can be quiet. Reason can be sultry. Are we ready? Should we go to face? Should we show face? I think we're done for We're done with the dramatic monologue, don't you think? I think we're done with the dramaticism. We're done with the dramatic monologue. We're done. Can we just get on with the live stream? Can we just like say hello? Sorry. I don't mean to get like really weird and stuff. I got a little carried away. Anyways, what kind of snacks do you got? Do you got Cheetos? Do you got ice cream? Do you got pizza? Like, what do you got? Do you got a nice healthy dinner? Like, let's go. Should we go to Face? Face. Okay, let's do. Let's go to Big Face. All right, here we are. All right, here we are. Anyways, let's see. Hello, Tina Timpson. Wee woo. I see Light Remus, who is drinking Gatorade. I see Eva Blue Rose is having dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is amazing. Me personally, I like chocolate that is so dark, it's essentially joyless. If the chocolate is borderlining joyless, it's dark enough. Hope is having peanut butter and jelly. I do like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's very good. Just so you know, this is the very first Wednesday live stream. So, normally I have a plan, but in the beginning, when I started my very first live streams, it was very impromptu. So, to just kind of like go along with that tradition, I thought we would have the very first Wednesday live stream sort of a little ambiguous, a little in the air, and mainly because I want to give an opportunity for all of you to communicate with me what you would like to see from me, because at this point what's going to happen is I'm going to go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So 3 times a week. And within those 3 times a week, we can have certain themes or themed segments of stuff we cover. So stuff that's kind of like maybe there's a segment that's religious, or there's a segment that's political, maybe there's a segment that's surrounded by ethics, because ethics is very nuanced. Oof. You know, I kind of hate ethics because of that, because ethics is so nuanced. That's very interesting to explore from the Hyperion perspective. Ultimately, I am Hyperion. I am also learning a lot about Hyperianism. So when I make my Hyperion streams, as a Hyperion, I'm learning along the way. So at the same time, there may be some points where like I'm wrong about something. And then there's going to be a time where I have the truth or the correct information presented to me, and I take that in, and then I make a correct like statement, or I correct my stance, or you know, I evolve, I grow. That's the whole point of being Hyperion, is like you grow and evolve a bit above and beyond the point that you are at right now. Anyways, welcome to Woke Wednesdays. My name is Jan Erickson. It's not Woke Wednesday, sorry. I'm just making a joke. This is Woke Wednesday. Welcome to Mindful Monad. I'm Jan Erickson. I'm your host here at Mindful Monad. I just want to take a moment to thank our moderators for coming. I see Philip first here in the house. Thank you so much, Philip. And let's see, who else is here? I think Susan is here. Did I see Susan? Let me scroll up. Mark Vanderpool, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate that. Like, you're a very lovely, intelligent individual. I appreciate your presence. Anyways, Help, thank you so much for coming. Laura, thank you so much for coming. Do you want to be called Laura or do you want to be called Dragon Lily? Because that's also kind of cool. Like Laura or Lily. Like, if anybody has like a particular name, let me know. It's gonna take me a little bit of time, but if you're a regular in my live streams, I will eventually remember you if you work with me in remembering your preferred name or nickname. It's like I'm a teacher and I'm remembering like multiple classes of names. Jewel, thank you so much for coming and moderating. I really appreciate that. And yeah, Susan, thank you so much for coming and moderating. And Philip, thank you so much for coming and moderating. I really appreciate that. Cassie R, thank you so much for coming and moderating. Cassie is a new moderator. Thank Cassie for coming and helping us keep our chat safe. Hello. Velvet Tears, hello Cassidy, hello Zero, good to see you, hello Roberta, Hope, Tyler, Roberta. If I repeat you, just pretend it's the first time, and if I forget you, just wave a little bit. So today, because it's a little up in the air, this is the very first Wednesday stream we are doing. So at this point, because we are starting to live stream Monday and Wednesday and Friday, I wanted to start proposing with me and my regular people that follow my live streams a sort of schedule and a sort of a themed segment, aligned events to what we cover, if that makes sense. So, something I have been curious to get into is politics, but I want to do so at a very elementary level. Why? Because that's where I'm at. Like, am I an expert at politics? No. But I have the core understanding as a Hyperian of what I am ultimately at my center, and that is a monad. That's why I call this channel Mindful Monad. That's why I call all of you monads. Monads are a mathematical, like, eternal structure. You know, it's the best explanation of what an eternal soul actually is. That we can save for later. But under that sort of understanding that we are eternal, we're not just created like in sort of the atheist sort of sense. Like we don't just like, we're not just born, like we're not just a consciousness that's born and we exist and we die and we're like done. Like we are eternal. We have the mathematics for that. And that is definitely something I'm going to explore. But at the moment, with that in mind, I want to explore politics at its very elementary level and, see where that goes. I feel like I'm very knowledgeable about religion and religious ideologies. When it comes to more political ideologies, the ground is a little bit shaky. However, I notice that a lot of influence of these political ideologies is religious. So that makes me very curious. And I want to take my finger and poke it in there and prod around and just like see where that goes. So even though I am no political expert, I know that in order to become an expert of something, you have to start somewhere. So I'm wondering, I'm very curious. I'm very, very curious. Would you all, like you right now, watching me right now, would you be curious in exploring this journey of like gaining political knowledge with me? And I don't mean in the sense like I'm gonna tell you what you should think. I mean in the sense like I'm just gonna explore curiously as a child. Like, what is the best politics that's in favor of Hyperianism, which is a future of individuals coming together as a collective, unifying and coming to the teleological end. So, what do you think? What do you guys think? What do y'all think? What you gals think? What you theys think? What you creatures think? Does that sound cool? Van Winter says, sounds interesting. I definitely would like to know more about politics. Me too. Isn't it such a weird thing? Like, if you're not privy to that kind of information, it seems like such a forbidden realm or like overwhelming. Like, it's like, well, geez, I could never understand that. Like, that was always my like original stance. Like, I would never be able to understand politics, but you know what? You can. So it's like, I'm wondering if maybe on Wednesdays we could kind of explore those kinds of things, like political things and like ethical things, just out of curiosity to see what serves the collective in the long run and supports individuals. Hey Elise, Imaginista, thank you so much for coming. Elise says, I'm not an expert, but I find it interesting and important. Me too. But you know, experts in subjects of anything were always at one point beginners. And that's the whole point as evolving. That's the whole point of evolving. Sorry, I said that wrong. Um, the whole point of evolving is that you at some point were not aware of something, and then you become aware, and then you integrate it, and then like you evolve, and then like you shed your old skin and you become something new. This is so Hyperion. It's not like you don't just accept whatever is just told to you, and then it's like you would just assimilate that, like you do your own thing. Laura LaFour, Dragon Lily says, ethical politics, is that an oxymoron? No, I don't mean like ethical politics as like a whole thing. I mean, it's like we are going to explore some political things, but then also some just general ideas of ethics. Ethics is very tricky. Ethics is kind of boring. I don't know. It's like it can just like run around in circles for no reason. But if you're somebody who has objective reality down in the center of yourself and understood, ethics actually can be a bit interesting if it has a core center, if that makes sense. Oh, hey, Katrina. Let's see. Roberta, Kim Drew, Dahlia. Thank you so much for coming. Mark Vanderpool says, democracies are only as good as you have informed participation within, and robust mechanisms to keep money out of governance so that it doesn't slide into. Yeah. Okay, let me look at that for a minute. Sorry. The chat keeps moving up, so it like jumps up, and then it's like I lose what I'm reading. Hold on. I have to admit, Mark, like, I want to know what you mean, but the way that's worded is throwing me off. Is there any other way you could word it maybe more simply for me? Because I would love to actually acknowledge, like, what it is you mean. Roberta Singer says, I know socialism always failed. It's so weird. You know, what I've learned so far in my experience of politics is in some ways, in not all systems, not every system, and I really, really specify not all systems, but in some systems, it's like they're kind of like part of the way there in encouraging individuals to come together as a collective and, you know, help humanity grow as a whole. But then in like some ways it's very authoritarian and it's very not really in favor of an individual. Susan. Hey Susan. Did I say hi to you? I'm sorry, Susan. So anyway, so the point I'm trying to bring up, I'm wondering if every one of you would be interested, or most of you would be interested in doing a sort of schedule that would be like Monday is looking at religious stuff, Wednesday is looking at political stuff, and then Friday is looking at a medley of stuff, but also has a little bit of Dionysian sort of fun luxury stuff as well, like a little bit of entertainment and joy. Oh, Susan says, yes, you did. I'm sorry, I had to go away for a minute. Okay, yeah. All right. Sorry, I'm just taking a minute to read the comments. The comments are really good. And also, if you're in the room and you haven't liked the live stream yet, please like the live stream. And if you feel like joining our Patreon, patreon.com Jan Erickson Official, that's where you can get access to our Discord server in which you can talk to me on a personal level. And you can give suggestions to what content we review every week. So at the moment, we're trying to build a schedule where it's like we review religious stuff on Mondays. Wednesdays we do kind of political stuffs, maybe some ethical stuffs like human rights issues, like gay rights, LGBTQ plus rights, things like that. And then Friday, we do a medley of things, but also a little bit of entertainment and fun. So, what do you think about that? Because ultimately, we will be live streaming 3 times a week. And also, there are 2 live streams a week from Morgue on Monday and Thursday, and then from the Hyperion source, there's going to be a new live stream on Saturdays. So if either of you would like to drop your links or just say like, hey, please do so. Sounds great. All right. I gotta pee. Hold on. I literally have to pee. I'm gonna pee my pants. Hold on. I pee my pants. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Anyways, so just checking in with people again. Let's see. Elise says I need coffee. I can't drink coffee at this time, so sorry. Roberta Singer says I ate the neighbors. I ate the neighbors? What? Femini and I had tequila edibles and wax? What? Grizzly Bear. Hey, Grizzly Bear. Nice name. Music Theory of Existence. Not sure about that one. I've heard of it. I'm sure I've seen it. Oh, yeah, nobody's late. So, something that I've wanted to be looking into that honestly, unfortunately, I haven't had much time to look into is the recent federal presence in Trump's home. The FBI investigation in Trump's recent home. It's really unfortunate, just like how out of the loop I've been. So, and also, if you want to particularly call today something, I know a lot of you have been throwing around the term Woke Wednesday. Now, I have to say, none of us actually identify as woke. However, it's so ironic and hilarious. There is some extreme consideration to adopt that. So, what do you think? Mindful Monad Woke Wednesdays? Like, or should we make it a little more serious than that? Like, what's going on there? Woke Wednesdays. I don't know. I just the first time Woke Wednesdays was approached to me, it was just so hilariously ironic. I just want to like, it's just so like, Wake Up Wednesday or something like that. Because you know, it's so funny. The actual term woke, the actual political term of woke, is not actually defined. The only way it's defined is due to people's personal prejudices, and bigotry. So they define woke as whatever it is they hate. With derogatory terms. It's a derogatory term they use against people that they don't like. Some people use the term woke as an empowering term. It's like they take it and they rise up. So it's just like, it's really interesting, this polarized play of the term woke. And it really brings about the realization that the term woke isn't really as objective as people would like it to be. So to define somebody derogatorily as woke is to sort of admit that you don't know what it is that exactly that you hate. You're just trying to reach for straws and grasp for straws and terminology for what it is you don't like in the moment. Not overall, objectively, but subjectively, if that makes sense. So when people are like, oh, you're just so woke, it's like, okay, what does that mean, motherfucker? Like, it doesn't mean anything. Like, what the fuck, Wednesdays? You're welcome, says Frank. Let's see. Yeah. Mark Vanderpool says, yeah, woke in the pejorative means that you're too awake and you care about things that they can't imagine caring about. Yeah, seriously? That, seriously. Seriously, it's like woke is the thing I'm gonna call people who care about the shit that I wouldn't care about. It's like it's a derogatory term, at least for me. But it's still, even then, it's very subjective. The term woke is subjective because some can wear it very proudly and they would define it very differently. Which means that to use the term woke itself is to not really understand or have any bearings of yourself within the collective dream. It's okay to understand yourself within the current collective dream. You understand yourself within the collective dream. What does that mean? It means you understand you're a monad and you're a part of this bigger picture. That is the monadic perspective. The avatar perspective, the monadic perspective, and then there's the absolute perspective where it's like, I'm an individual, but I understand that I'm part of a greater thing. I'm part of everybody as a whole. And unless you think of that, if you think you're like a small elite out of the whole collective, if you keep trying to segregate yourself in such ways instead of accepting that you're a part of a whole collective, you're broken. You have a broken power self and you need to do your shadow work. If you're confused on these terms, these are terms that we will always go back and talk about, like during our live streams. Right now, during tonight, we're just trying to pee in the corners of this time slot. Literally, we're just trying to pee in the corners of the time slot and just like dedicate ourselves to this space, because Mindful Monad from now on is going to be live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Laura LaFlora says, Wokeful Wednesday. Paul Cherry says, I think with any ideology. Okay, that seems to be a conversation I'm not up to date. Wait a minute. Let me see. I'm gonna catch up with chat. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. Let me catch up. Willpower Wednesday, says Philip. Willpower Wednesday. I like where that's going. Evil Blue Rose says Awakening Wednesdays. Here's the thing. There's a huge difference between the popularized term of woke and what Hyperianism says about we want to awaken humanity, we want to be awake, etc. It's very similar terminology, but it's not the same. I want to make that very clear. Zero says Wacky Wednesday. Yeah, right, Wacky Wednesday. Awakening Wednesday, says Evil Blue Rose. Willpower Wednesday. Cassie says, all the dumbasses out there don't understand the nuance. Tell me about it. Preach to me, sister. Seriously. Wee Woo Wednesday. Adams Wednesday. Wednesday Adams, says Mark Vanderpool. I know what you're doing, Wednesday Adams there. Mark Vanderpool. You're so sneaky with that. Well, hey, if you have time and if you feel like it, you can support me on my Patreon. If you sign up to be a patron, you do get instant access to my Discord server, in which you can have direct access, more like personal time with me. That's where like I message my patrons and stuff. So if you go to patreon.com/JanEricksonOfficial, you can go there. And also while you're at it, please remember to subscribe to my channel. I am now going live 3 times a week, and Mondays will be about religion and sort of like religious ideals or philosophical ideals, and Wednesdays will be more about political things and like ethical things and like movement type things, like the LGBTQ movement and things like that, the history of. And then Fridays will be a medley of things. You know, there will be some serious things, but also there will be more entertainment. So that's going to be the schedule of things. Tonight is our first night going live on Wednesday, which I'm very excited about. But next Wednesday, join me, and we're going to have a more structured, topical stream. Well, anyways, yeah. So, is there any questions that anybody has right now that they want to ask? Let me know and I shall answer them. I'm going to be live maybe for the next like 5 to 10 minutes and then we're going to get off. Like I said, next Wednesday is probably most likely going to be labeled as the first official Wednesday stream since tonight is just simply a declaration that we're going live on Wednesdays. Like I said, we're literally peeing in the corners, like, hey, here I am. I'm taking this time slot. Squish, squish, here I go. Cassie says, which is your favorite Care Bear? It's the Luck Bear. I don't know why. I just like the Luck Bear. Hey, Tina, thank you so much for coming. Wind Powering Wednesday. I like all these suggestions. I don't know. There's something about Woke Wednesdays that's so ironic, but I'm afraid to use it at the same time. We're going to think about that. Awakened Wednesdays or something like that. Or Willpower Wednesday, I think. But it will be kind of like political based. Elise says witty and woke. Witty Wednesdays. Mark Vanderpool says, I could live in that space. Mod me up if I go woke. Hey, Mark, if you want to mod for me anytime, let me know. I'll give you the wrench. Hey, Roberta. Good to see you. Dahlia says Willpower Wednesday has a nice ring. You know, there's some... Willpower Wednesday is kind of popping up as, like, a serious thing. It's like, I know what we could do ironically, but what would we feel most proud of? Like, does Willpower Wednesday sound really good? John Jerome, good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. John Jerome says will to power on Wednesdays. Willpower Wednesdays. I like that. I'm starting to like that. That's growing on me. I keep seeing that pop up in chat. Willpower Wednesdays. Let's see. Should we do a vote? Let's do a vote, my friends, before we go. Let's see. Willpower Wednesdays. But like Willpower Wednesdays means like we're doing like political issues and then like kind of sort of like ethical issues like looking at other movements and you know, looking at stuff like LGBTQ issues and you know, more like humanitarian stuff, political stuff, whereas Mondays is more ideological and like religious stuff, and then Fridays is like a medley of things, whatever, and then just like a little bit of fun, a little bit of spice, a little bit of ridiculousness, a little bit of Dionysus time. Fridays are Dionysian. How about that? Oh, Frank says Worldview Wednesday. That's not a bad thing, too. It can morph. We can evolve. Like, it doesn't always have to stick. Like, for God's sakes. I mean, we went from Monday morning monad to mindful monad, like, over the course of, like, 3 years. So, yeah, Susan says Worldview Wednesdays really isn't bad. Okay, let me end the thing. Here, hold on. Let me end poll. That actually is not bad. Here, let me do like a thing. It's like willpower power Wednesday. I have to sound it as it spells out Wednesday. Or worldview Wednesday. Okay. How about this? We're down to this. That actually, those are two really good choices. Velvet Tears. Hey, Velvet Tears says, I think you were so pretty, Jen. Thank you. Yeah, Paul Cherry says, would you split Wednesday stream into segments if you did like willpower for one and woke Wednesday for another? I mean, like overall, I think we could like touch base on those things. Philip's like, I voted against my own suggestion. Philip, what are you doing? Philip, eat a sandwich. Eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Come on, man. Get yourself together. Philip is like PB&J. PB&J mod Philip. PB&J mod Philip, thank you. Let's see. PBJ mod Philip, just like that. Philip says I don't have any PB. Oh, interesting to see that Worldview Wednesday is 89%. Interesting. Interesting, my friends. Worldview Wednesday. That's a very good idea. Are we okay with that? Okay, if everybody is okay with that, do the, let's see. World. What is that emoji? What is this? I don't know. Globe. Planet. What's a good emoji? Oh my lord. Earth. Worldview Wednesdays. Oh, Loppy, what did you do? Come on. Do we like Worldview Wednesday for Mindful Monad, where we look at political issues and ethical issues and just kind of like humanitarian issues in general? Whereas Mondays, we look at religious and philosophical ideals. And then Friday, we have a little bit of Dionysian fun. How about that? in addition to touching base on some serious things or catching up if something important is going on, because it's, Friday night chat. What do you think, y'all? What do you think, Loppy? We like that? Tis settled. Tis. Worldview Wednesdays. So I think recently, and it's so sad because I've honestly just had no time to get into this week because I've been so busy with work and just real life and stuff. But what I heard through just rumors and stuff is that Trump actually had one of his homes in Florida, Mar-a-Lago or whatever, I don't know, raided by the FBI. And what's really hilarious about this bit is that now all of the right-wing news media outlets are starting to scream about this rhetoric because, Trump getting raided, that just doesn't seem right in their reality tunnel. So it's now they're crying out this thing where it's defund the FBI and stuff, which is just absolutely delicious. And what I mean by delicious is just super ironic. So I just want to read a little article or something about that before we go. But we're pretty much wrapping up. But let's just dive a little bit in this because I just have not had the time to get into this and I want to. So, does anybody have any thoughts or insight on this so far? Please let me know. I'm interested in what you have to say about this incident. Paul Cherry says, may I ask why he was raided? Why was Trump raided? Well, I believe this is centered around the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, which, I have to say, is just an ultimate example of where violent rhetoric leads you to. If you are to take your pitchfork and torch and storm the Capitol, you're going to end up in federal jail and investigated. So let's there's already, now that we're talking about the incident of Trump being president and enticing the attack on the Capitol on January 6th, we're already diving into a lot of opportunity to explore information. So, tonight I don't expect to give you a full report and education on this situation, but let's just like talk about what's happening recently for just a tiny bit before we sign off, because as I said before, from now on every Wednesday we will be catching up with this kind of stuff and keeping up to date with this kind of stuff. Mark Vanderpool says, safe full of classified documents. Okay, so you guys, y'all have to understand that recently one of Trump's properties got investigated by the FBI. And I don't mean like a little bit. I mean like a lot. Like they looked through his underwear drawer. They looked through his sock drawer. They looked through his safe full of like private documents. Like they looked through his knickknacks. Like they searched his trousers. Like they looked in the fucking fridge and in like the fucking freezer. They searched everything, honeys. It was just total search, seizure, and just investigation of Trump's property, which after so long finally comes. So this is just like so fucking hilarious, honestly, to me. And I have to say, as somebody who identifies as Hyperion, when we get into these political topics, I want to make sure that you understand that I am in no way like the representative of Hyperion politics in general. Like, I'm just a Hyperion, like, learning about this shit and trying to, like, apply reason. So, if I come upon something and I give a take on it personally, and it happens to be not the best or not okay, or it could have been said better, or just like not good or crappy, like we're going to talk about it and we're going to correct it, and we're going to like, you know, talk about the nuance thing, because nuance is a thing. Sorry. So I just want to make that very clear. I'm not the official like political Hyperion like representative. I'm just a Hyperion that is ready to start like diving into this stuff, and we're gonna learn it along the way. And if we get something wrong, if like something doesn't seem reasonable, or if we're going down a rabbit hole that just like doesn't seem like it's right, we're gonna like turn around and then we're gonna go back home and we're gonna like start all over. You know, we're gonna be open to that. So I just want to make that very clear when we explore political issues on Wednesdays and sort of ethical issues on Wednesdays. So I hope you all understand that. So Cassie says Trump has never had to experience the consequences to his action. Money won't buy you out of this one. No, it's true. And you know what's so funny? A lot of the Republican like news outlets are, and people who are like looking into this, are starting to spew the rhetoric of like defund the FBI, which is the same sort of like liberal quote unquote woke rhetoric of like defund the police that they were so against. So they are doing the very thing that they hate. It's so delicious, honestly. It's so fucking fantastic. I'm all about it. Like the like all right-wing reporters of this Trump like investigation by the FBI, like the way they have to tiptoe and articulate their way around it is so entertaining. Absolutely. So it's like, okay, like honestly, I don't even care like what kind of news outlets we expose, because honestly, we're gonna find like which ones are crap and which ones are like just pure entertainment and which ones are like have something reasonable to say like pretty damn fast. But we have to start somewhere, so it's just like I just typed in like Trump Miami raid, and it's like the Miami Herald. That seems pretty local. Let's just see what has to say. FBI searches Trump's Mar-a-Lago home. Watch the scene. Let's see. What is this? It's only 33 seconds. Meh. Meh. No. I don't see shit. It's not even saying anything. I don't hear that. Alright. Trump, who has been the subject of several investigations, said he had been cooperating with the relevant government agencies, but he did not elaborate. Federal prosecutors have been investigating Trump's handling of classified information as well as his role in the effort to overturn the 2020 presidential election, according to a source familiar with the matter. So it's getting into the part where Trump really tried to push the narrative that it was him that won the presidential election and not Joe Biden. And so much that it escalated to a situation where there was a bunch of people that he had managed to convince that this narrative was true, and they tried to overtake things in the Capitol. Trump started a riot. So this is the actual investigation that the legal prosecution or the legal processes to find out if this is actually true. Like, we all know it's true, but this is the technicalities. Oh, let's see. A second source close to the investigation confirmed the FBI executed a search warrant at Mar-a-Lago on Monday. Oh. I'm not a very good reader, anyways. Like, it's so hard. The source said FBI agents obtained a search warrant from a federal magistrate judge in West Palm Beach to gather dozens of boxes containing alleged classified materials that President Trump had taken with him when he left the White House in January 2021. Why'd you take those with you, fella? Federal agents were able to establish probable cause for the warrant because Trump and his lawyers had already turned over some classified documents that had been sought by the National Archives and Records Administration. The source said agents suspected that Trump was unlawfully holding other classified documents from his presidency in his private club and residence at Mar-a-Lago, which is the crux of the investigation led by the FBI and Justice Department in Washington, D.C. Funny how you can't just get away with whatever it is you want, even if you are able to convince a lot of people that you're right. During Monday's raid, FBI agents worked in teams while gathering and separating the alleged classified materials to ensure that none was privileged correspondence between Trump and his lawyers, which would be off limits to investigators and prosecutors. The FBI raid focused only on Trump's possession of boxes containing alleged classified materials and was unrelated to the ongoing January 6th federal grand jury investigation of right wing extremists who assaulted the U.S. Capitol. That's a little interesting. The grand jury is also probing the former president and some in his inner circle for their possible roles in corresponding to incite the insurrection and stop Congress certification of electoral electoral college votes that put Joe Biden in the White House. I get a little frustrated with this thing sometimes because I see this clashing of narratives where it's like there's this battle of narratives where Trump truly did incite this insurrection, and then it's like, well, Trump really honestly had no idea. And it gets a little tiresome when you like boil down to the details, but it sounds like things are coming out even though it's kind of ugly. Unprecedented. The FBI's surprise presence in the Republican leader's home Monday was another extraordinary moment for Trump, who has recently indicated he wants to launch a new run for the presidency for 2024. Oh, Jesus Christ, no. And the country what? And the country writ large, which has traditionally watched former presidents recede from the spotlight after leaving the White House. Instead, the dual investigations into Trump raise the possibility prosecution against the former president even as he remains an active political figure. We have never seen a scene like this in presidential history. Presidential historian Michael Besclas tweeted Monday, well, no shit. No shit, we've never seen anything like this. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? No shit, we've never seen anything like this. An FBI official declined to comment on the raid. A Justice Department official also declined to comment. No shit. If the raid was related to the former president's handling of the presidential records, it is likely that the records in questions were important, said Norm Eisen, ethics czar, former President Barack Obama, and co-counsel of the House Judiciary Committee during Trump's first impeachment in 2020. This search warrant would not have been approved at the highest levels of the FBI and Department of Justice and sanctioned by the federal judge for minor transgressions or even for bad conduct, Eisen said. We're very likely looking at an extraordinary volume and scope and intentionality of document removal. Independent experts with the FBI said few actions in the law enforcement agency's history compare to what happened Monday. This raid is surely one of the most significant of the FBI has ever undertaken. Are you kidding me? Of course it is. I mean, it's like everything. I mean, I've always wanted since Trump, in my opinion, personal opinion, incited the insurrection on January 6th. Absolutely. I mean, have you been present during the years of Trump's presidency? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just unbelievable to me on a personal level, like how you can go through that whole presidency and wonder, oh, gee, how did it come to this? Like, really? You wonder how it came to this? Were you not here? The FBI is run by Christopher Wray, who was appointed in 2017 by then President Trump. The Attorney General and head of the Justice Department is Merrick Garland, appointed 2021 by President Biden. The White House did not know about the FBI's action ahead of time, according to a White House official who referred to all additional questions to the DOJ. Interesting. Trump called the raid prosecutorial misconduct Of course he. Well, of course he did. Like, gee, would he be like, yeah, this is fair. Yeah, come on in. This is totally fair. Yeah, well, of course, a fucking course. A fucking course. I stood up to America's bureaucratic corruption. I restored power to the people and truly delivered for our country like we have never seen before, he said in his statement. The establishment hated it. Now, as they watch my endorsed candidates win big victories and see my dominance in all polls, they are trying to stop me and the Republican Party once more. The lawlessness, political persecution, and witch hunt must be exposed and stopped. Ah, that's like, I mean, that's just like the usual dramaticism of Trump. I mean, are we to expect any other different kind of statements at this point? I mean, like, we've already heard the worst, so that's just like, I guess. Like, I think that's it. So let's see. National Republicans reacted harshly to the news of the FBI raid, with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis saying that it made the country into a banana republic. Like, this ain't the mall, bitch. What the fuck? You're a grown-ass adult. The raid of mall is another escalation in the weaponized of federal agencies against the regime political opponents. While people like Hunter Biden get treated like kid gloves. Oranges and apples, bitch. Read it and weep. Anyways, tweeted governor, who himself is considered a possible presidential candidate in 2024. Let's see. The FBI's action comes after a series of closely watched hearings this summer in Congress about the January 6th attack on the Capitol, which lawmakers said the former president played a key role in instigating. The former president has yet to concede that he lost the 2020 election, instead insisting without evidence that the race was stolen from him. Trump has attempted to recruit a litany of candidates running in the 2022 midterm elections, including the GOP's gubernatorial nominees. Gubernatorial nominees in Arizona and Pennsylvania, who agree that the election was stolen in 2020. The nearly century-old Mar-a-Lago was a frequent destination for Trump when he held office. Interesting. So that was like his total villain's lair. So often used as a weekend getaway for the former president. Yeah, it's his villain's lair. Hello. It's his villain's lair. That's where all the cool cars are and the boats and shit and like the private golf course. So during his presidency, Trump declared a domicile on the grounds of like the resort as primary place of residence. So there you go. So that was a very big place for Trump. That was, I don't know, it was literally very important for him. He put a lot of stuff in there. He had a lot of residency there. And it sounds like it was interesting enough for the FBI to explore, which, frankly, should have happened long ago. Mark Vanderpool says, it's a common term, Jan. A banana republic is what you've got when the new president always gels his political opposition. Okay. But why is there a banana republic in the mall, and why are their jeans so expensive? I mean, if we're going to get into political issues, why is the Banana Public's jeans so expensive? But no, I get what you mean, Mark. Thank you so much. No, that is good to know. So everybody, just so you know, when something is let's look it up. Okay, can we just look that up just for like reference? Is this the kind of banana republic we're trying to learn about right now? Hmm. But I'm getting off topic. Anyways, let's put a bookmark into this because I think we are capped for time. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming tonight. You know where we're going to go with this. As far as Trump's FBI raid, I think it was just about time for it to come. And, like, obviously it was going to happen. But we are going to build upon this. Please don't take my opinion as the official Hyperion opinion on politics. I am just Hyperion, like exploring these things. My name is Jan Erickson. I am live streaming 3 times a week now, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and here on Mindful Monad. So, anyways, thank you so much, everybody, for coming. I really appreciate it. And if you subscribe, if you like the channel, if you subscribe to the channel, if you become a patron right here on patreon.com/Jan Erickson Official, like I said, you can get access to our Discord server in which you can talk to me personally. You can send me links to content to like react to. You can ask me like opinions on things. You can do all that sort of stuff. And I really appreciate that. And also, if you go to mindfulmonad.com, you can send me tips there if you want to be in support of the show. Tips really help, subscriptions really help, and most of all, the upliftment, the personal upliftment and personal support really helps. Just having you all come regularly to the show, just seeing the same people here, like every live stream. I do notice you all, even if that's all you do, even if you just show up and say hello. Honestly, that means the world to me, and you're fabulous for doing that and contributing that. Like you're doing a wonderful thing. So thank you so much. And yeah, so thank you so much to our moderators too. I want to say Philip, thank you so much for coming. Cassie, thank you so much for being here. Susan, thank you so much for coming. Jewel, you are such a jewel. Thank you so much for coming. Jewel is here. And let's see. I believe I saw Morgan here earlier. Thank you for coming, Morg. Thank you for coming. Let's see. Velvet Tears, Hyperion Frequency, Laura, Kim Drew, Eva Blue Rose, Paul Cherry, Frank, like everybody, thank you so much. And please join me Friday night for our Dionysian medley and fun and ridiculousness, and then also some smart shit as well. Trust me. We always have a center lesson to things. Join me then on Friday nights and at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Kim Drew says, do I have an email? Kind of, not really, but I think you can contact me through mindfulmonad.com. So try that. If not, you can join me through Patreon and directly message me through that. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram if you look up Mindful Monad Official. Those usernames you can find, and find me on Instagram and Facebook. As a Facebook page, you can message me directly on there, and that's how you can contact me for free. So anyways, thank you so much, everybody, for coming. Thank you, John. Thank you, Roberta. Thank you, Paul Cherry. Thank you, Velvet Tears. Thank you, Eva. Eva, thank you so much. Eva, you were very wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you, and to your partner as well. Yeah, anybody else? Lisa, good night. Thank you so much for coming, Lisa. Lisa Zawacki, John Jerome. I appreciate all of you. So fabulous to see you here. And hey, I know things have been kind of tense lately, but we're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We're fine. Okay? We're fine. We're fine. My goodness. You're fine. You're safe. You're cared for. We're thinking of you. Zero, good night. Thank you. Like, you're all fine. We got you. We're fine. Don't worry. Like, we'll see you Friday. All right? All right. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. Oh, we got Loppy here. Say goodnight to Loppy. Say goodnight to Loppy. Say goodnight, Loppy. Good night. Good night. Loppy, the revolutionary unicorn. Loppy is not a magical unicorn. Loppy is revolutionary. So say goodnight to Loppy, the revolutionary unicorn.